A Walt Disney World vacation costs the average family well over $6,000. When you drop that kind of money, the immediate reflex is to extract every possible ounce of value from every waking second of the trip. You look at the map and surge into the parks, determined to run from ride to ride until you've seen it all. But Walt Disney World is the size of San Francisco. Treating it like a regional amusement park where you can just wander around and figure it out is a strategic error. You are looking at 8 to 12 miles of walking per day, entirely exposed to the punishing Florida heat and humidity. Every choice you make out there pits your vacation ambition against your physical endurance. You only have a finite amount of energy to spend. This graph maps out the typical Disney vacation energy curve. When you run full speed without a plan, you hit a biological wall. By day 4, the red line bottoms out. This is the exhaustion zone, the point where the meltdowns happen, expensive park tickets go to waste, and the trip stops feeling like a vacation. By pacing your days and controlling your energy output, you maintain a steady, rolling wave of morale that carries you comfortably through the entire week. The structural pacing of your itinerary, not the specific rides you book, is what dictates the outcome of the trip. To stay out of the exhaustion zone, we have to architect your week purposefully. On day 1, you skip the theme parks entirely. You drop your bags, explore the resort, and handle your logistics at Disney Springs. You sacrifice a potential park day up front to ensure you don't start a grueling week at a severe energy deficit. You deploy day 2 at Magic Kingdom. You're rested, your excitement is peaking, and you actually have the stamina for a 12-hour push. You need that stamina to navigate the massive crowds, secure those classic family photos, and stay for the evening fireworks. But that massive energy output drains your reserves. How you recover from this massive push determines whether you can sustain your momentum for the rest of the week. To protect your endurance, you implement the midday break rule. This clock illustrates the daily hazard zones. By forcing a hard retreat to your resort between noon and 3, you bypass the peak heat and the highest crowd densities. Sacrificing 3 miserable hours in the sun buys back 5 high-morale premium hours in the evening. On day 3, you take that recovered energy into Epcot to experience the World Showcase and high-demand attractions like Guardians of the Galaxy. Epcot requires the most walking of any park on property. It is highly exposed to the sun and sets your group up for a biological crash if you push too hard. After pushing through the intense scale of these first 3 days, a hard stop is mathematically necessary to protect the rest of your investment. This brings us to the most counterintuitive element of the strategy, the day 4 rest day. It is incredibly difficult to convince families to consume 0 park tickets and sit by the pool. It feels like wasting money. But this complete physical and emotional reset is the only way your group can mathematically survive the back half of the trip. You truly need that rest for day 5 when you tackle Hollywood Studios, the most intense, thrill-heavy park on the property. The rest day enables you to wake up for high-stress 7 a.m. digital booking sprints and hit those high-adrenaline rides fully recharged. On day 6, you endure Animal Kingdom, a highly humid, sprawling wildlife park. Because you held back your energy earlier in the week, you finally have the endurance to stay late and see Pandora at dusk. This leads to the day 7 concept, the Joy Day. You remove all rigid agendas and revisit a favorite park without the pressure of a completionist mindset. It allows for a final, highly intentional look at Cinderella Castle without the massive stress of rushing to a reservation. That midweek rest day provides the essential fuel that makes the joy of days 5, 6, and 7 physically possible. A successful week-long Disney trip is an exercise in managed endurance, not a frantic sprint. This framework is designed for families who want to dictate the terms of their vacation, rather than letting the resort run them ragged. To put this exact strategy into action, we created the Walt Disney World First Timers Complete Planning Guide. This 60-page printable guide covers the day-by-day structure, dining rules, and lightning lane strategies for $27. You can use the code MAGIC10 at checkout to receive 10% off. We also offer the Disney Packing Perfection Checklist Bundle for $17. These checklists ensure your park bags are actually equipped to support this specific 7-day pacing strategy. Go to mydisneybrain.com to acquire these tools, take control of your itinerary, and guarantee you leave Orlando with memories instead of exhaustion.